Hello everyone, my name is Doc Bonnie, and in this video I will be talking about FNAF, but specifically FNAF fan games, and not having like original or any way connected to FNAF. But what I mean by having original ideas, characters, and overall its own universe that I believe is the most perfect Five Nights at Freddy's fan game. Well, at least for the time of it being made. Now, before I get into this video, I would say I would probably be doing this just as like a one-off video I finna be doing, than like what I usually do, which is like just uploading songs, like doing some like edit songs. But if you guys want me to do like another one of these videos, just let me know in like the comments below. And yeah, and with that said, let's get started with the most popular modern FNAF fan game, Eddie's and the Misfits. Eddie and the Misfits is an indie survival horror game, Five Nights at Freddy's fan game directed by, sorry if I butchered his name, Ramenov and Tupac Men. I just gotta call them Ramen and Tupac. It's a fan game considered to be one of the most disturbing and unsettling FNAF fan games of all time, featuring well done visuals and atmosphere, post-night shift minigames, and some high quality cutscenes, cinematic cutscenes. Now, you may have known this before, but the game page for it has been deleted from GameJoy. But luckily, there is an archive page for it, where you can download the game yourself. And now you're probably wondering what happened to the original page. Well, we will get that to the end of the video, but for now, let's actually head back for a bit, when Eddie and the Misfits was in early development. In January 2018, Eddie and the Misfits began its development, with some of the earliest images of the game being posted, with the animatronics having a Chuck E. Cheese type look to them, with a trailer with it as well. And here is the original story of what the game would have been before getting the current one we have right now. After Ramen rewrote the game from the ground up, showcasing his work by releasing a demo on May 10th, 2019, before proceeding to publish it of the version we have right now on November 16, 2019. Before you get into the office, you must begin one of many games of the night down the line, of this one simply being a lock picking into the building before you begin the first night in your office. When you begin the first night of the game, you have a camera system that has 2 floors of the building and a vent in front of you. A character named Mousetrap will appear in front of it. To prevent him from killing you, you must quickly hide under the desk. To the left is a door that you can shock on if Eddie the Black Bear is at the door. And on a side note, let's talk about the graphics. First off, one thing of the game that I like is how detailed and how amazing the game looks, especially the animatronics, with the lighting, the dark atmosphere of like having like a 80s 90s type horror film, if you understand what I mean. And the jump scares as well are animated real good, with the sound for the game really carrying the eerie, creepy vibe for the nights that you will be facing each time you play. After beating night 1, you have a post-night shift task to do, which involves rewiring some circuits 3 times before you get into night 2. Now, for night 2, you will have to deal with Eddie, the black bear, with a shock button on the left of the door. But later in the nights, you will have to deal with him with a shock button on the cameras. Now, this mechanic is not needed until night 4, where you can hear Eddie messing around with the power in the breaker room that you must use the shock button on the cameras to repel Eddie. Otherwise, he will entirely cut the cameras for the remaining of the night. After night 2, you have a post-night task to do, which involves you taking some trash out before you greet face to face with Mousetrap. You are told to repair his systems and check on his voice lines to mark where his voice sounds glitchy. After that, you move on to night 3, which involves another animatronic named Topsy, who will activate as the final antagonist. After this, his mechanics depends on the temperature of the location of the room, as heat will repel him. Find him and turn on the heat icon on the canvas to stop him, and turn on the cooler icon right next to it right after Topsy leaves the room, or else you will die from overheating. After night 3, you have another post-night task to do, which involves hacking some circuits, but this one is difficult with some of these little clowns on screen messing with you as you get closer to the end of each hack. Night 4 doesn't have anything new for this night, but instead the animatronics are more aggressive to you. For post-night, after night 4, you must guide Mousetrap around the vents and avoid hitting the fence, while also avoid Eddie from behind us by having our flashlight flash on him. And for the final night, it's the same as night 4, with nothing new to say for this night. After night 5, we now have a point and click around the building and follow the signs that will take us to our last and final cutscene.
Welcome to the Misfits.
Lucky Cat and the Misfits is a sequel to Eddie and the Misfits, which would feature new designs and animatronics and atmosphere before the game was sadly cancelled in November 2020. The plot of Lucky Cat and Misfits is currently unknown due to the game being cancellation. It is speculated that the plot will follow the past and current events of the abandoned Eddie and the Misfits, where an unknown entity wearing a Lucky Cat costume is stalking the unnamed protagonist. And that's all that I was able to find with no new news for it anytime as of right now. Now here's the part of the video you're probably wondering, what happened to the pages? Why was Lucky Cat cancelled? Or just what happened surrounding the game? Well, on June 10th, 2022, an anonymous Twitter user named Ramenov revealed a document revealing that the developers of Nelson, Ramen, Mechalus, and Ultra Knight were gathering and preparing to leak images and information about any other fan games still in development, such as Pop Goes Evergreen, as well as other private images. This resulted in both Ultimate and Roman Nelson accounts getting banned from GameTroll, and Mechalist verification check being removed. During the lead up to the FNAF 10 anniversary week, a Twitter user going by the name of August 1, 2024 made several threatening posts claiming that they were going to leak information on Scott Coffin. Some speculate that this was Nelson before his brief came back under the name as Ramenov Tempt. And also, please do not harass anyone of any of these three that I have mentioned, as they all have learned their lesson of messing around with Scott Coffin or trying to blackmail the FNAF community. As this part of the video is just to explain what happened and where things are going right now. And with that will be the end of the video. Now, what do I think of it? I say it was the best first FNAF fan game that has smooth animations of jump scares, cutscenes, and it's a dark environment with a good amount of lighting, amazing and terrifying designs to the characters, despite there only being 3 minus Lucky Cat, fun little mini games, both of them being hard and easy for everyone. And overall, it was a great game for its time being made. As sure, it has some problems outside of the game. What he and the 2 others had done were very bad and weird, but with Eddie's, how Eddie was, it was an amazing FNAF fan game that was made before what FNAF fan games we got nowadays. It was ahead of its time. There are also some other games that Nelson made, but I'm just going to be talking about why Eddie and the Misfits was a most perfect modern FNAF fan games for at least the time of its release. Now again, I said this in the beginning, this is just going to be a one-off video I'm going to be doing, as I remember this game when I was younger, seeing other YouTubers talk about it, well, at least Fusion did. Around the time of it being made and being a iconic fan game in the FNAF community. But if y'all want me to do another type of video like this, just let me know in the comments below. And with that, take care, everybody, stay safe, and enjoy your day. Goodbye.